Hey Bad and Bougies, welcome back to my Friendsgiving Dish Ideas series. As you can already tell by the video, today we will be making a delicious, simple, and easy macaroni and cheese. This mac and cheese only requires 3 cheeses as it doesn't take much effort or much time. If you've had trouble in the past with making mac, or you don't know how to make macaroni and cheese, or you are in charge of making the macaroni and cheese for your Friendsgiving event, I'm here to help you all. Stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so here are all the ingredients that you will need. This is a 3 cheese simple mac. If you feel like you have trouble making mac and cheese or you don't know how to make it, I'm here to help you. This is affordable and this is easy. This is only a 3 cheese mac. So this is optional. I just use this to layer my mac, but you don't have to use this at all. This is just to top my mac and cheese because, again, this is the oven-baked mac and cheese, and we want to have some cheese on top to give it that crisp. So that's why I have this one. So it's really a 3 cheese mac. These two kind of don't count, but if you want to count them, you can. So we have a pound of our elbow mac. We have 2 cans of evaporated milk. We have our mozzarella. We have our Colby Jack. We have our extra sharp white cheddar. So I went ahead and paused the video so I can give you guys a quick recommendation regarding this extra sharp white cheddar. Whenever I melted this cheese, the taste was so delicious, but the texture was not smooth like I like my cheese. Anytime you melt cheese, it's supposed to have a smooth taste, but this had a powdery taste. So I would recommend you guys either getting a different brand or just go ahead and stick with regular extra sharp cheddar instead of getting the white cheddar, just to play it safe. Butter, bouillon cubes, and sour cream. And then we have the seasonings of our choice. All this is from Walmart. If you don't have these seasonings, just work with what you have. Let's go ahead and move on to the next steps. So here we have my food processor. This is completely optional. If you have a handheld cheese grater, that is fine. I'm only using this because it's on hand. I believe this is about $30 to $40 at Walmart. It's very easy to find. It comes with a cheese grater. It has one side that says slicing and one side that says shredding. I'm going to be using the shredding side because I want to shred my cheese. It's very, very easy to use, and we're going to go ahead and begin shredding our cheeses. I do know that the mozzarella cheese is the only cheese that I didn't shred just because they didn't have the block available at my local store. So I had no choice but to get the mozzarella in the bag. But for the most part, I like to shred my own cheese because it's fresher and it melts a lot better. So this step is also optional. You don't have to add bouillon cubes to your pasta water. I recommend that you do because it just gives it a lot more flavor. And make sure you guys save some of the pasta water. Do not pour all of the pasta water out because we're going to be needing that later on in the video. So keep watching and stay tuned. Open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. You Moving on to the next step, we're going to go ahead and add in all of our cheeses that we pre-shredded in the beginning of the video. And then we're going to begin by stirring. This is just one of those steps where you have to be patient and just trust the process, because I know it could look a little like, I don't know if it's going to come out right. But just keep trusting the process and make sure you do not have your heat up high, because you will burn your cheese. You want to keep it on medium to low. And the more you stir, it'll eventually come together and look like this. It looks so smooth. Now it does become a little thicker, which I don't like my mac and cheese to be too thick, so I like to add some of that pasta water that I told you guys to save in the beginning of the video, and I like to stir it in just to kind of loosen up the cheese and help it to be a little more smoother. Then I'm gonna taste it. Then we're gonna get a pan 13 by 9 inch, or a little, you can get it a little smaller if you want to. You're going to spray it with oil, and then you're going to go ahead and add in your pasta. Make sure you guys cover all of the pasta, because we don't want to leave any of those little cute macaronis out. We're going to add in some sour cream. We're going to mix that in. It's going to really up the flavor, trust me. And then I'm going to season my sauce one more time, just because I like flavor. I like for my food to taste really good, and you should too. So trust me, it's not going to be too much. It's going to really up your mac and cheese. So we're going to season it, we're going to stir it, and then we're going to move on to the next step. So moving on to one of the last steps, we're going to go ahead and layer our macaroni and cheese. We're going to put a layer of macaroni and cheese down. I did add a little bit more of that leftover pasta water, because I like for my cheese to be loose, and I like for it to be moist, and sometimes it can get really thick when it sits out. So I'm going to layer mine with some sliced monster cheese. You can use any cheese of your choice. You don't have to use what I'm using. This is just what I like to use. So we're going to repeat the first steps. And once we are finished filling our pan with cheese and layering our pan, your macaroni and cheese should look just like this. Make sure it's flattened and smooth at the top. And then we're going to move on to topping it off with some shredded cheese of your choice. This is just what I use. And make sure you cover the top fully, because this is an oven baked macaroni and cheese. And I will see you guys towards the end of the video. Thank you all again for tuning into my Friendsgiving Dish Ideas series. Honestly, you cannot look at this mac and cheese and tell me that your mouth is not watering right now. I love my macaroni and cheese to be just like this. It's moist. The cheese is just right. It's not too thick. It's not too loose. You can see the seasoning. I really hope that you guys do try this dish out, and I hope you bring this to your annual Friendsgiving event. Bye.